I'm just heading down to our local river for a quick paddle, hoping to catch some of our local rare and endangered orchids in flower. Nearly there. As you can see, absolutely magnificent day for it. Not a cloud in the sky. Very windy on the coast, but beautiful and sheltered up in here. Okay, so this is the spot we've come to. I can see the orchids in flower from the kayak here. Just looking for somewhere easy enough to get out, and we'll go for a walk and have a look around. Beautiful. Okay, this spot doesn't look too bad. Should be able to get out here without, hopefully without going arse over head. Alright. I don't know whether you can see that up there in that first tree, that melaleuca. It's just, yeah, just littered with this orchid. Anyway, let's get out and have a closer look. So I'm off to a little bit of a shaky start. I've brought the tripod but left the tripod mount at home, so we'll see how we go handheld with the DSLR. So as you can see, kayak's just there, and the first of our orchids is just here. So I don't know whether you can see that, but it looks like we've timed it right. We've got them in flower. I can see some of them have just finished, so we'll see how we go. Okay, let's put this poor little fella back. See if we can get him up in here in this paper bark. Hopefully he'll take root again. Let's go and see what else we can find. I can see some more interesting orchids over here. So here we have on this tree at least two types of orchids, possibly three. So you've got the one we've come to see in flower, the Dendrobium tetragonum variety melaleucaphilum, or sometimes known as just Dendrobium melaleucaphilum. Also with it, this little fella is Oberonia complanata, the fairy orchid. Absolutely beautiful. And as you can see, no shortage of these. Both those orchids are classified as rare and endangered here in northern New South Wales. It's a perfect time to be in here. It's quite dry. There's a little bit of inundation from the big tides we're having at the moment, but we haven't had any rain or any significant rain for some time. I think we'll head back this way. Through here. Quite a large, very large Docrelia bowmanii. You can see seed pod on here from last year, from last year's flowering. We've also got the Oberonia complanata. It's pretty hard to find a tree here that hasn't got an orchid in it. There's two main types of trees in this area that are host to the orchids. We've got the one that we've been looking at mostly was melaleucaphilum, the prickly leaf tea tree. It's a number one host for the Dendrobium melaleucaphilum that we've been chasing today. And we've also got some casuarinas in here, which we'll find some orchids on a bit later in another spot. If you're an orchid lover, this is about as close to paradise as you're ever going to find, I think. over the years I've brought a few different botanists up here who I've told about this spot, and I've told about the abundance of orchids, and I think they thought I was a bit crazy. And, you should see the look on their face when you bring them up in here and show them. They're a little bit late for some of them. I think next week it'll be all over. We just see the last of the flowering. So I'm glad we made the effort today. Well, our 2 metre tide last night has made things a little bit difficult today. There's a little bit more water in here than I'd anticipated. I'll probably cross up here by the look of it. Yeah. Right. Okay. Made it. Poor little fella. You see how small they flower. This is just seedlings. So here we've got 3 different types of orchids growing. We've got the little Oberonia, we've got our Bomenii, and we've got our Dendrobium melaleucaphilum. Quite a small flower and very pale. The colour variation is also quite amazing. Look at that beautiful dark dorsal. Alright, I've been wandering around here now for 3/4 of an hour. I think it's time to head out, find the kayak, and we might head up to another spot while we've still got a bit of tide. Oh, look at this little fella. I don't know if you can see that, but look how tiny little flowers. How cute. Oh, sensational perfume. Absolutely sensational. All I can smell in here is them. Alright, let's get back in and move up to the next spot. Okay. $11:45. So we're in there a little bit longer than I thought. We're in there for a bit over an hour. We'll see if we get time. We'll head up the end here, see if we've got time to go for a quick look. A magnificent orchid up here too. The wind's turned around from a westerly to a southerly and picking up in strength. So it's probably not going to be much good for filming in here either, but we'll duck in and have a quick look. That looks like a pretty good spot. I think maybe this side. Don't break my rod tip off, done that a few times. Okay, this looks good. Here's a lovely elkhorn fern, Platycerum bifurcatum. Here's a lovely specimen of Cymbidium medidum, another orchid that's fairly common in here. You can see how dry it's been. This poor old elkhorn's doing it pretty tough. Just over here, some more of the Oberonia complanata. Alright, let's go and see if we can find the orchid that I've come in here to find. I don't really feel like walking across that. Let's see if we can find another way around. Well, that's not it. I don't think I'm going to avoid getting my feet wet somehow. Okay, let's see what we get across here. Wet feet. Another Bomenii just hanging off the tree there. Alright, so now we need to head all the way back down this way and see if we can find the orchid I came in here to show you. Well, they're wet now, so what the hell. Pretty much anywhere you look. Oh, mosquito. That's one thing that's been noticeably absent is the mosquitoes. Most of the time when I come in here you just about need a blood transfusion when you get out. But the drier weather certainly helped us a lot. Okay. Okay, this is the spot. This is what we've come in here for. Oh wow, poor old thing's just about dead. This is a magnificent orchid, the Cymbidium medidum. You can probably see up the tree there where it started out life, and it's slowly been slipping down over the years. Been looking at this thing for about 20 odd years. I've been lucky enough to catch it in full bloom a couple of times. It'll flower another couple of months, although it's probably a bit dark for this poor thing. Yeah, stunning. Maybe the last opportunity to get a selfie with this magnificent thing. Anyway. Massive, absolutely massive. One seed pod from last year, so it did flower. You can see all the old flower spikes from years gone by. There they are. But you can see that right over there in the distance. You've got Oberonia just in about all the trees. Just over here we've got more Oberonia. We've got that Dockerelia Bomenii. Dockerelia Bomenii, Oberonia. And of course just here, look at this. Both Dockerelia Bomenii and Oberonia complanata going happily together. You can see why I get so excited. Lots more. Alright, well that's enough of that. I suppose we better head back to the kayak before the tide goes out. And now we've done that, we might throw a fishing line in on the way back, troll a lure and see if we can't get us a little something for dinner. Another Cymbidium medidum. So this spot's only, I don't know, wouldn't be 400 or 500 metres from the last spot. So we're back at the kayak, and I just spotted something, not something new, but something magnificent all the same. I'll just get around this side and I'll show you this. Right, as you can see, we're back at the kayak now. Check out this, I didn't even notice this when we got out of the boat. Well, that was fun. Right, mozzies are found me, let's get out of here. Anyway, while we're up here we might as well have a bit of a flick. Bit of luck, I might get something for dinner. So not a bad flathead spot up here. Oops. Oh, just had a hit. Nice. Well, they're in here. Oh, great, here we go. Straight into the trees. Yes. So I was going to wear that then. I hope this looks as good to you as it does to me. It's lovely, lovely, lovely. Well, I'm not a very patient fisherman, I'm just a bit over this. Well, I'm nearly back at the car. I've been fishing for, well, must be about half an hour and haven't caught anything, which is pretty typical for me. I hope you enjoyed that excursion. Yeah, if you weren't into orchids, that was probably pretty boring. If you are, it may still be boring, but anyway, I enjoyed it. I try and get up here every couple of years to check them out in bloom. Sometimes you miss them, sometimes you get them. They only flower for about a week. We get a little bit of hot weather, they'll go straight off. So yeah, very fortunate to have caught them today. Shame it was windy, shame I left my tripod mount behind, but anyway, you get that. This was the first time, my first attempt at filming, my first day out with my new little gimbal. So I'll go back, put it all together and see if I've got something worth putting up. Thank you for watching, bye bye.